Today we're going to talk about the white guy who left a racist comment under a bi black woman's TikTok video. The woman who posted the original video was calypso.tv on TikTok. This is the original video that was posted. Basically it's saying, hey, liberals are complaining about these things, but conservatives are happy about that. We're not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about what this guy said under this post. As you can clearly see right here, the second comment is Pastor_Scott saying Oreo cookie. You might be asking, why is that racist? Well, look at an Oreo. It is black on the outside and white on the inside. There's a reason that this is a racist derogatory statement. You're basically saying that that person is rejecting their skin color and they are embracing white values and all that stuff. I'm not the guy who said it, I'm just giving you all the background information so that you can judge for yourself. So Calypso made another video calling out Pastor Scott, saying that he's hella racist, you know, what's going on with that? He didn't respond in the comments. He basically just left his own racist comment and dipped, like, oh, it's okay that I said that, I'm just gonna move on with my life. Like, what makes that okay to say? So being the curious internet guy that I am, I went and checked out his profile and I found some really odd things. Here's the guy that left the Oreo cookie comment, Pastor_Scott42. It is definitely clear that that Oreo cookie comment was racist because this is a really ugly looking white guy with strange hair. Now this is what caught me off guard. His bio says fighting Trumpism, exposing Bible God for the cult it is, which already doesn't make any sense because the name is Pastor Scott. So exposing the Bible God, it didn't make any sense. So before I dive into the dude, I really had to know, what is the Modern Genesis Ministry? I click on the link. According to Squarespace, the website has expired. So this dude has a link to a website that he cannot afford to keep up. So obviously I go to Google, what exactly is the Modern Genesis Ministry? There's gotta be some information on it, right? Now the second image is actually the same one that he has in his profile picture. Let's click on that, see what it is. Check this out. On Amazon, there is a MGM Holy Bible, Modern Genesis Ministry Holy Bible by Scott Pesner. Pastor Scott, I bet that's the same dude. There's no orders for this book. Nobody's ever bought it, and there's no reviews or nothing. Why? Probably because it's worth $3 and it's only 2 pages long. Lucky for me, one of the other links that came up on Google was the actual entire book that he has. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, there was nothing. With a big bang, the Creator brought into existence all that is, all that was, and all that will be. The core commandments. Belief in a Creator. We recognize a Creator, which you may call God, the Force, Spirit, or any name that resonates with your heart. So Jedi is a religion. This entity transcends names, gender, or origin stories which belong to mythology. You can read this entire thing, but basically this is a guideline for a new religion based on leftist ideals, honestly. So creating your own Bible and then writing your new commandments is pretty weird, right? Well, it gets even weirder when you find out that he's Pastor Scott, which is a spiritual leader in like a Christian congregation. And then in the bio it says, exposing Bible God for the cult it is. I thought that was pretty weird too until I started watching his videos. This video in particular caught my eye because it's actually talking about religion, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Take a look.
If you're not Jewish, and you've wondered to yourself why your Jewish friends are being so overdramatic, posting online constantly about it.
You're not Jewish, you crazy goyim. And here's the deal. You don't have to be Jewish to talk about anti-Semitism. If you see it, speak out about it. But I will not have Christian nationalists trying to tell me that Zionism and Judaism are the same fucking thing.
He's not a Christian, he's not a pastor, he's Jewish, and Jewish don't even have pastors, they have rabbis. Now it all comes full circle. Not only is he racist to black people, he hates Christians, which is fine, I don't really care, do whatever you want, but you do spend a lot of time trying to tear other people down for their beliefs. And before you go into the comment section and say that I'm doing the exact same thing, there is a difference. I am tearing people down for their actions, not their beliefs. I don't care what people believe, just don't be a butt-faced miscreant. Now, besides being racist to black people and hateful to Christians, he does a bunch of videos that make absolutely no sense. In this video, he's talking about the recent U-Haul controversy. On May 24, dozens of mass members of a white supremacist group gathered in Kansas City. They started at the National World War I Museum and Memorial, chanting and carrying variations of the American flag before proceeding further downtown. At the conclusion of their walk, videos showed the group loading into the cargo holds of 3 U-Haul trucks and then shutting the doors and driving off. Listen to what he has to say to U-Haul.
Good morning, and I just have a quick question for the folks over at U-Haul. Is there anything in your policy, the contract, when people sign up to rent a truck that says they can't transport Yahtzees and domestic terrorists? And if not, do you think maybe it's something you should add?
You literally are only saying this because you're trying to say that U-Haul is okay with white supremacy, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I have rented from U-Haul before. They do not ask what you're about to use the vehicle for, and they make you sign paperwork saying that no one is allowed to ride in the back of a U-Haul truck. Plus, the state law says that nobody can ride in the back of a U-Haul truck, so U-Haul is not at fault for any of this. But here's what you don't understand. Criminals don't care about the law, they don't care about the rules. They're just gonna do what they want, and if they get found out, then so be it. So instead of going after a company who rents trucks to people, condemn the people that were actually doing something stupid with their vehicles. Condemn the actual person. It's kind of like you should actually care more about the actions of an individual than the actual thing being used. Did I just go on a Second Amendment rant? So what do we know about this guy? He is racist towards black people, hateful towards Christian, and uninformed and loud on the internet. Since you know a little bit more about this guy, let me know down in the comments if it is okay for him to leave a comment on a young black lady's TikTok calling her an Oreo cookie. Because if he is allowed to get away with it, you have to question why he's allowed to get away with it. Is it because he's white or is it because he's liberal? Liberals have been calling conservatives racist for a long time, but when they say something, does it not matter? Is it rules for thee but not for me? I don't think you should get away with it. That's why I'm making this video. This was posted 16 hours ago. I don't see anybody else talking about it, so I'm here to talk about it. I am sticking up for you, Calypso. I don't believe anybody should be throwing hate speech towards you, and hopefully I am not the only one. Little bit of update since I recorded everything first and started editing. Pastor Scott has actually replied in that comment section. He's replying back to all of these people that's saying, oh, you're a racist or you're a Democrat, you really are the most racist POS. Pastor Scott must be a man of the devil because he sure isn't a man of God. And he replies and says, yeah, totally, I'm not poking fun at a cultist, I'm making a generalization about black people. You can think that you're being edgy, like, yeah, totally, I'm not making fun of cultists at all. What I'm actually doing is making fun of black people. The original Oreo cookie has nothing to do with what you perceive as a cult and everything to do with a negative stereotype towards black people. In your messed up mind, you definitely think that you're correct, and it's clear to everyone you're literally just being racist. You aren't Republicans, you're MAGA, red hats calling me racist. It's pretty stupid that you think you can come on here and not care that people are calling you racist only because they're conservative. You literally said something racist and then followed it up by saying, I'm making a generalization about black people, but it's totally okay because you live behind the bulletproof shield that is the left. And if a conservative says something, then it can't hurt you because you are on the left. You're literally proving my point. You think it is okay that you can say racist things because you don't believe that the people that are gonna clap back at you are worth anything because they don't have your same beliefs. I'm pretty sure that's one of the most elitist mentalities you could ever have. The worst thing is we can't even test to see if it works the other way, because if a white conservative goes into a black woman's comment section and calls her an Oreo cookie, the news would get involved. That person would be canceled. It would be the beginning of the end for that person online, definitely. That would be one of the worst things. They would try and, get them fired from their job, all the bad stuff. But because you are on the left, you believe it is okay to be mean and racist towards black people. So you heard it here first. This guy, Pastor Scott, believes that it is okay to be racist to black people as long as they do not believe in what he believes in. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see y'all in the next one.